awake, so I know they tuned in. Give a fuck if you fuck with me, I don't need a friend. Can't do what I do, so they hate of course. Big dog shit, tell the pups stay on the porch. This for big dogs only. Talking about by a bunch of people who don't know me.
You are now tuned in to Facts, No Fences with your host, JC Fresh and B Miller.
Yeah, you heard it. It said stay on the porch. We're going to stay on the porch
Man.
for this one.
We in the building, y'all. How y'all doing? Hope y'all have had a blessed day today. It is Thursday, and this is Facts, No Fences. Let's get going with a prayer to get things started. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for the blessings that you bestow upon us every single day. We thank you for the privilege to be able to get up and every day be a new day. And we pray that you continue to bring our country together and there be less division within our country. And we pray that you find a way for people within the genre of country rap to come together, put their differences aside, and there be less division. And let's make this more about the music. And just thank you for everything you do in our lives. In your son, Jesus Christ's name, amen. How y'all doing out there? Hope y'all having a blessed day. What's up, Nate? Okay, I think we're gonna get into Jaywalk and Joe Tyler's new music video.
Yep.
All right, let's get it going. I want to check this out.
It's ready to go.
All right, yeah, that's a dope collaboration. So
Honestly, I have not heard it.
I haven't heard it either, so I'm interested to see what they got.
Oh, yeah, and before, I know most people don't watch the whole thing, but before we jump into this, we have a special live Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday we will be doing a reaction to Upchurch and Hoser's new album produced by Kalani on the Beat, Black Denim. So make sure to tune in 11 a.m. for that.
You ready?
Let's go.
It's major.
Bubba, I ain't joshing, ain't a damn thing funny. I'm just trying to stuff my pockets. I'm like, I be popping. I know they watching. Ooh, I be popping. Bubba, I ain't joshing, ain't a damn thing funny. Come on, Bubba, try to stop me. I'm like, I be popping.
Yeah.
I know they watching.
I've been popping, rubber bands, money options. I'm off in space, hit the blunt and then I astronaut it. 20 bands in a row when I grab my package. Bitch, I'm the plug, it might shock you if you grab a socket. They learn they lesson, shit they walk had to teach them. I had them stretching and they couldn't relieve them. They had me hot as a heater, baby, Glock with a beam. I ain't talking about no BMW, this foreign bitch either. I left a lot in the Chevy, wanted a 4 but was cheaper. Put a lift kit up under it, got some subs and some tweeters. Now I'm shaking the pavement when I pull up, I be weaving and bobbing like I'm in the ring, just like I'm Sugar Ray Leader, cause I been.
Ooh, I be popping. Bubba, I ain't joshing, ain't a damn thing funny. I'm just trying to stuff my pockets. I'm like, I be popping. I know they watching. Ooh, I be popping. Bubba, I ain't joshing, ain't a damn thing funny. Come on, Bubba, try to stop me. I'm like, I be popping. I know they watching.
I know they watching. Lights, camera, action, nodding. Bit the finger trying to climb out this little hole. I got it. I got this bitch in granny low. This bitch jumping, hopping. She dropped that ass and hit the floor. She so damn obnoxious. We got bud, we got all types of trees. We got pine, we got grass like it's fall. We got leaves. We got the city all on lock with the keys. We got blocks overseas. We got knots in our jeans. It ain't about who you was. We run the city now. We getting so much paper, we starting to give it out. We from that dirty, muddy water, boy, we in the south, but still a pull up bitch from New York City, have offended out.
Ooh, I be popping. Bubba, I ain't joshing, ain't a damn thing funny. I'm just trying to stuff my pockets. I'm like, I be popping. I know they watching. Ooh, I be popping. poppin'. Bubba, I ain't joshing, ain't a damn thing funny. Come on, Bubba, try to stop me. I'm like, I be poppin'. I know they watchin'.
It's major.
What'd you
Bro.
think about that?
That right there is proof that country rap can evolve into the new era, because that right there is 110% the type of beat that you would expect to hear a trap song on. And they had some trap vibes to it, but at the same time, they were keeping it country, speaking on where they're from. And that was a damn 9 out of 10. Like, Joe Tyler, I got to meet him whenever I was in Nashville, and he's got a million of those on deck at all times. Like, he's a killer
Yeah.
whenever it comes to those hooks. And Jaywalk is somebody that gets slept on. Jaywalk to me is definitely a big part of the future of country rap, and I love to see him do his thing. And he definitely did his thing on that song, bro. Like, that was impressive.
Yeah,
What do you think about it?
I loved it, especially since Joe Taylor was on it.
Joe Tyler?
Joe Tyler, same thing, whatever. But anyways,
But Joe Tyler is somebody that made their presence known through social media and, has a huge TikTok following. And, Jaywalk is somebody that has came up under 501 Bryce with their connection. And it's cool to see people link up through different avenues.
I think him and 501 Bryce actually have a song out together.
Oh yeah, they've got multiple songs. They be kicking it a lot from what I see.
Hey, you wanna do that new Bubba K song?
If you want to, bro, yeah, we can run it. I'm down with it.
And then we'll jump into the topic.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
I know you like Bubba K.
Yeah, Bubba K's hard.
It just dropped an hour ago.
You are someone who
Yeah,
needs
we're early.
I wanna be one of the best, so I keep working every day. Gotta go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, hit the play button.
I know people in the way. Fuck me over once and that fallback came into play. I'm just doing me and ain't nothing else I'ma say. Reach for my chain that whack your shit and leave you leaking, bitch. Everything come with a purpose, don't believe it then. Stayed on my grind and they go blind cause they can see the kid. So many nights I say in crackers I could keep it in. I hit it like my mama. I call for scraping what I had, just trying to get $1. They must not know just what we bout, but you don't want no problems. I handle business like a boss, stand up on 10, I got him. Boy, I'm a milli rock him. Hard work and sweat is what it come with. We on that dope shit. I lose the focus, purpose too big. Invest in new gears. I see a shit for what it is, and they gon' say you crazy. Down on my last, and they gon' ask just how I'm doing lately. Turn profit from a pen, $1 million fucking baby. They know I'm good, but put me down and they will never say it. When you start growing, people notice everything ain't basic. They start to shift and color show, that's when you really make it. I wanna be one of the best, so I keep working every day. God gon' keep me safe, cause I know people in the way. Fuck me over once and that fallback came into play. I'm just doing me and ain't nothing else I'm good with it. Purpose driven to show them what was given. Good image, good father to my little kids, and I ain't never missing. Keep going and I keep showing up, ain't never tripping. All around me, they did me dirty, they gon' play the victim. Look how they look when they get caught, I throw the proof to pill them. Bitch, stop that capping when you rapping, they will never feel it. I ain't been through pain and walked through rain, and you will never feel me. I know I'm probably different, that's why they live off my name and keep on running their jobs. You see this hustle in my veins, that boy get jealous and all. I ain't supposed to go this fucking hard, but I wanted it all. I seen the top in a minute, so I promise I ball. Even if my back to the wall, even if they want me to fall, I leave it all up to me, and I'ma do it for y'all. I'll be the last one they draw, but be the first one they call when they can't help they fucking self, so it don't matter at all. I wanna be one of the best, so I keep working every day. God gon' keep me safe, cause I know people in the way. Fuck me over once and that fallback came into play. I'm just doing me and ain't nothing else I'ma say.
if you high note.
Hey, bro. he keep coming with them, bro. And I love how he's speaking about moving with a purpose in his song. Like that's the type of stuff we need in country rap.
Yep. Well, for the $1 million question, this ain't a question. Country rap, a genre divided.
Man, a genre divided, and I wanted to go into a little bit of history into this so there's some context to the conversation because there are going to be people that come across this live or come across this video and not really have a lot of context to the conversation, know what we are speaking on in detail. So I just wanted to give a brief history of where all this got started at, in my opinion. And leading up to the Taylorville, Indiana event last year when Upchurch was performing there, I guess there had been some tension behind the scenes. Upchurch had possibly got word of Adam Calhoun doing a secret diss on him, supposedly, allegedly, who knows. But either way, there was some tension there that Adam stuck around and wanted to confront Upchurch and at least have a sit down conversation and let's figure out what the issue is, what the beef is. So uh, my dates could be wrong, but the video that I looked up earlier today, it was August 2024, whenever they were in Taylorsville, Indiana, and Adam, sat down with Upchurch. They talked about things. They were able to agree to disagree, whatever it was. Nobody knows the exact words that were said in that conversation, but the ones that were there. But they were able to come to terms to where you had Upchurch, Broadnax, ACAL, and more all on the stage together at the end of Upchurch's set.
Yeah.
And I know from my standpoint, I can best describe the situation from my standpoint, and that was being an artist who also managed Shaka Hustle Man, who had got interest from Adam Calhoun to work with him and possibly collab, and he had also had interactions with Upchurch, and they had spoke about possibly working together in the future. We had met Kalani, and Kalani was a real cool, down to earth guy. Well, when Shaka saw that their beef seemed to be squashed, on the outside looking in, he made a video immediately talking about how it was great for the genre, how excited he was. And at that point, because prior to that, being loyal to Upchurch, being from Tennessee, and him looking up to Upchurch, he had held off on having any ties to Adam Calhoun that were too close because he didn't want to be disrespectful towards Upchurch, so he kind of held off. Well, when he saw that, he said, "Man, cool, I can work with both of these guys now, and there's no issue." Well, we went to Knoxville and met with Adam Calhoun as he was on tour with Brantley Gilbert and Demon Jones, and I was really surprised because watching Adam Calhoun's videos on YouTube and on Instagram, I didn't think that I would like him. But whenever I got to meet him in person and saw how he interacted with us and the event staff and just everybody there, I gained a respect for him. And after that, him and Shaka kept in touch. And then next thing you know, Shaka goes up to Illinois to work with Adam Calhoun on songs that ended up being on Adam Calhoun's album. And Upchurch, whenever he saw this, he saw a picture that was posted of Adam and Shaka. He blocked Shaka. And I know, I can only imagine, coming into the game and an artist that I probably looked up to more than anybody, all of a sudden blocking me and having an issue with me. I'm sure that, that brought about a lot of emotions. And going forward, not just staying too much on that part of the topic, it seemed to me like that was a big point in this whole split, was Upchurch was letting it be known publicly. I don't really care what your feelings about me are, but if you're gonna fuck with Adam Calhoun, then I'm not gonna fuck with you. And then from there, people, even myself, got put on the Adam side of things because I was riding with my homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you got Up Church, going at people on Instagram stories, and then all of a sudden here comes Dismas, which included disses from Hard Target, Simple Man, Adam Calhoun, Justin Time, just to name a few. And then you had people on the other side that were kind of riding with Church that also had made diss songs. I'm not too knowledgeable about that, but and then also, at that time it didn't just this is where it gets deep, is it didn't just cause a divide between artists. It started to cause a divide between YouTube people, influencers. It started to cause the divide between fans, to where it became a thing that if you were on one side of the fence and you had anything positive to say about anybody that had anything to do with Adam Calhoun, then you were going to get attacked by fans of Creek Squad or Hollow Boys or Upchurch fans. And then the same
Yeah.
thing on the other side of it. If you were a fan of Upchurch, he was letting it be known. Like, if you listen to these other guys, like, I don't want you to be a fan of my music. And I hate that he made that statement. I would hope to think that if he really put it all into perspective, that he would retract that statement and be mature enough to know that people should be able to be fans of all artists without it being so deep that there's a personal issue with these people.
Yeah.
But it really got to be a pretty big divide within the genre, to where it caused a whole lot of issues, and it still lives on to this day because you had YouTube channels that were almost birthed from this beef and division. You had Hickerbilly, who split with Chop Easy, and now you got Hickerbilly, who is 100% on this side, and you will never see an artist that's on the other side
Yeah.
get promoted on that side. You got Chop Easy on this side, who you're never gonna see him react to anything with Upchurch in a positive manner. And then you have YouTube channels like ours, this podcast, that Facts No Fences, that comes from that divide, and us having the feeling of, we just want to be unbiased and speak on things from a standpoint of there being no fences. You can be a part of this community, and we got love for all artists that are in country rap. I saw last night they're on the war tour. I saw Hard Target and Simple Man post a picture of them on stage with a crowd full of people in a theater, and it brought a smile to my face because that's a W for country rap. To have a packed out crowd during the middle of a week on a country rap tour is something that not everybody can do. So kudos to them, shout out to them. I wanted to today to walk it like I talk it. So as I'm on this podcast, I'm wearing a Shaka Hustle Man t-shirt. You know
Shout
what
out
I'm
to
saying?
Shaka Hustle, man.
Shout out Shaka Hustle Man. At the end of the day, no matter my differences personally,
Or
I don't
mine.
want that to bleed into the professional thing, because that's not whenever that's when things get messed up, and that's what's hurt this genre in my opinion. Now, JC, I want to ask you, you coming into the YouTube scene, at what point in time were you aware of these beefs, and what were your feelings on it?
Well, originally I had another YouTube that I got logged out of, and I made a video about the beef. And I think that was about whenever the beef first started. And really at that point I didn't know who Adam Calhoun was when I first joined YouTube. I knew who Upchurch was because he's a big Cheatham County
Okay,
native.
can I stop you there and show you
Yeah.
how that right there is an example of why we need the unison? Because if it wasn't for Upchurch, you wouldn't have known who Adam Calhoun is. But look at the following Adam Calhoun has been able to amass, and look at what he's been able to do on his own outside of Upchurch.
Yeah.
But you didn't know who he was if it wasn't for Upchurch. And that just goes to show, like, I had been doing this rap stuff for many years and had worked with some of the biggest artists in the game. I had made a name for myself locally and regionally. I had did shows in over 12 different states. But until I worked with Shaka Hustlemane and he got moving, the country rap
Yeah.
lane mostly wasn't aware of who I was. So that just goes to show you that, you know, collaboration and people coming together is a big part of rap. And this division is something that at the end of the day, yeah, the diss stuff and drama brings views, but it's also destruction. And something that I want to get into is what role and what responsibility do these YouTubers have that are a part of this genre in the beef and in the destruction? Because we were able to speak with Dagburn on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I was proud of Dagburn. He was open and adamant about, you know, he had played a role in the negativity, but he had reassessed what he was doing and wanted to move differently moving forward, not get pulled into that. Well, I want to know what you think about, you know, people like Kicker Billy, people like Chop Easy. Like, how can they, how do you think that they should move going forward?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Uh, Hicker Billy. I didn't even know Hicker Billy was associated with Chop Easy.
Hicker Billy and Chop Easy had a podcast together,
I didn't know about
and
that.
they had a successful podcast together. They actually were getting, you know, super chats and donations to where, you know, they were making a decent amount of money from doing YouTube lives. Like, from what I understand, they were doing, you know, a few hours a night. They were going live, and they had a lot of big artists join into the lives. They had, I think at one point in time, Chop Easy said even Sexy Red had jumped into one of their lives.
Yeah.
So they had a good thing going. And ultimately, I think, you know, this beef is what separated them. But that was the beautiful thing about their podcast, is that they both knew that they stood on different sides of the fence, but they were able to still coexist and agree to disagree. And they were the only podcast that at one point in time possibly could have had Ryan Upchurch and Adam Calhoun live at the same time on the same podcast and had a discussion. But they had a falling out, as I understand, and you know, money ended up being a part of that. And you know, from what I understand, you know, there was just disagreements. I won't get into details because I don't know the facts, but I know at this point in time they both still have strong podcasts. But if I get on either one of their channels, I seem to pretty quickly hear something negative said about the other side. And that's where I think they need to reassess what they're doing. And my opinion may not mean a damn thing to them, and that's fine. But at the same time, they need to realize that the opinion that I give isn't the opinion of somebody that has any kind of issue with them. And it's not the opinion of someone that just jumped on YouTube one day and decided that I wanted to be a YouTuber. I've
Yeah.
been I've been in this game and saw everything behind the scenes and front line in this game since 2009, and have worked with, like I said, some of the biggest artists in the game, arguably the biggest country rap artist in the game, Jelly Roll.
Country singer now.
But he's a country rapper at the same time. He raps and he sings and he does country music, and he was doing all rap music prior to that. So if you want to get technical, Jelly Roll falls. Whenever I look up country rap, a lot of times Jelly Roll will pop up if I go Google country rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so at the end of the day, like, whether or not he's actively a country rapper, he's someone that's played a big role in the scene, along with Struggle Jennings. And then obviously you got Upchurch, A Cal, and many others. Someone that I would like to see if Adam Calhoun is deciding to take a step back, I would like to see Demon Jones take a step up because Demon Jones is someone that is respected. His opinion is respected by people on all angles of this, and he's a man of faith. And I feel like that's something that is missing, and that's where you'll see me have a disagreement with Upchurch is that whenever he sees artists turn to God, he
Yeah.
kind of mocks them and says, "Oh, they're doing praying hands now." Well, whether it's legitimate or genuine, none of us are able to assess that. None of us know people's hearts and where they're really at. I know that I've turned more towards God recently. After the Charlie Kirk situation, I was inspired to turn more towards God. So, people might mock that and say that it's false, but at the end of the day, I know genuinely within my heart that it's a real thing. So, what people say, shouldn't affect anyone. The one person that I have the biggest issue with whenever it comes to all this stuff because he
Yeah.
seems to thrive off of it and he seems to promote it is Triple T. He's got a whole segment, a whole series that is dedicated to the drama of this, which is the country rap tea. And, you know, if you're looking to get views, that's cool. It's actually an entertaining series that he's got. But at the end of the day, what does that do for country rap? Does that just show people on the outside looking in that this is a genre full of drama and that they should stay away from it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give Triple T his credit that he's got a strong channel. He puts out some good content, but at the end of the day, if you go on Triple T's channel, you're only going to get one side of the coin. You're not going to get an unbiased opinion on his channel.
Bro, here's my thing about Triple T. Uh, he says he don't like Upchurch, but he's always saying stuff about Upchurch, like trying to get a reaction out of the dude.
This is what you don't know about Triple T. Triple T came into this whole YouTube thing trying to be a part of Ryan Upchurch's whole thing. He initially was a supporter of Ryan Upchurch. Upchurch didn't give Triple T any attention, and at that point, he switched his stance. And when Dagburn said Tuesday that the troll community coming into country rap is what he feels like the biggest issue is, well,
Yeah.
Triple T is someone that is birthed from the troll community. He was in all these back panel troll communities that had private, lives, and they would be in panels, deciding which artists are they going to attack next, who are they going to
Yeah.
try to make look bad next. And I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he came over to the country rap side of things and he wanted to leave that troll community behind. That's fine, but it seems like he's brought a lot of that with him. And I just don't agree with that. But if you want to, JC, let's go ahead and show people, a couple of these diss songs back and forth between Adam and Upchurch and just, let them get a little bit of an idea. At one point, things got to where, they took it to the microphone, which I feel like is beneficial. That's better than us sitting on YouTube and going back and forth all day. So, I think that was a good point of this beef. And
This is another.
it was when a lot of people were introduced to people like Hard Target and Simple Man.
This is the thing about that. You were talking about a while ago how Upchurch got word of Adam making a diss track.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny how Adam drops diss tracks like that.
There's stuff that I know about this situation that I was told in private, in conversations with Adam that I'll respectfully keep to myself. But
Yeah.
I don't know if he had any diss songs ready to diss Up Church or not. I was never told yes or no about that. So
Well, this is the one that started it all.
All right, let's roll it.
You will not tarnish my name. I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. I say yeah, what you really know about that? I'm country rapping. I say yeah, what you really know about that? I'm country rapping. I'm diabolical, liable to kill my rival while I smile. Swear to God, hand on Bible. Fuck a judge in a trial. Come at me with reason logical. Me not being who I say I am. That shit's impossible. Men that talk the most shit, a bitch, that's probable. And if you wanna die for truth, that's honorable. Yeah, this cracker got the Lord with me. Body shot, lower kidney, headshot, drop him. He be asking why the Lord hit me. Couple country rappers act like women, pull their skirt up. Got it out the mud for real, need to get your dirt up. This burner I've been highlight, you know who I am, not like that same dude. Always talking shit, but he do not fight. I say, yeah. What you really know about that? I'm country rap.
Hey, wait, did he just say something about that dude that wouldn't fight?
Yeah.
Bro.
And let me be up front and take my responsibility in what I played in this, because before Adam and Shaka released their first song, which a lot of people took some of the lines from that song to be subliminal shots at Upchurch, I was on Instagram posting a reel going at Upchurch. So I'm not innocent in all this shit at all. All the last music video I had also had lines where I poke fun at Upchurch. So I'm not innocent in this. I'm just giving the perspective of where I think we need to go forward with it.
Here's another thing. Hasn't Upchurch said on the Instagram that he would fight Adam Calhoun?
Yeah, but at the time of this diss track, he had kind of avoided that whenever Adam had brought it up. So that's, I think, where Adam's coming from whenever he had did this diss track.
Here's another thing I want to say. I think it's kind of funny how Adam and Upchurch all still have the songs up on Spotify and everywhere.
What do you think is funny about that?
Their songs together, because like if I was beefing with somebody, I would take them down.
See, that's where I disagree.
No,
that's where I disagree, because I feel like it's a part of history. It's a part of their history as musicians. And just like when you're in a relationship with somebody, I'm not one of those people that breaks up with a girl and then I go through my history of photos and delete every single photo I had with that girl, because that was a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think also, JC, is that those songs they have together have millions of views, millions of streams. They take those down and they're not going to keep getting revenue. You know, that's part of what you have to do as an independent artist, is you have to build up your catalog to where you're still getting revenue coming from those old songs. So I understand why they would leave them up.
Okay. Let's get back into this song.
Yeah, what you really know about that? I'm country
rapping.
You ain't got no class, no taste. Black pepper. You ain't bout shit, it's on your face, half stepper. Flatline, I'm Heath Ledger, dead actor. What the fuck's really going on? Hell if I know, that's a head scratcher. Say when I'm active, I say less, I'm action. I preach what I practice, you just lying in your captions. I'm praying for my brother, really hope he comes back. Instead of peeking through the blinds like he been smoking crack, I'm saying picking at scabs that fester, taking pictures with molesters. He was never convicted. Whatever, you a wire wearing informant. We talk, you record it. God forbid we go against the law, he probably gon' report it. Say, yeah.
What he just now said in that line is what caused me to get attacked by Upchurch fans. He said, "You're taking pictures with molesters." He was never convicted, whatever. I had said something about Upchurch having a picture with Haystack in the comments, and that's whenever I really got attacked by Upchurch's fans and the trolls that are a part of that community. was whenever
So
I had commented on what he just now said.
So was he taking shots at you?
No, he was actually, this was after I had already made that comment. He's actually agreeing with where I was coming from.
Yeah.
That he was taking pictures with, a molester.
Whatever, you a wire-wearing informant. We talk, you record it. God forbid we go against the law.
Bro, he just said you're a wire-wearing informant. We talk, you record it.
Yeah.
Is he talking about the Jelly Roll conversation?
I mean, he's just talking about, in general, anytime that people would go to Ghost Ranch, they would have to sign NDAs. And it was, they were kind of aware that there was cameras everywhere and everything they were doing was being recorded and filmed. And my opinion on that is I understand why Adam would say what he did in the song, but I also understand Upchurch's point of view of, for protection of himself, you want to have cameras everywhere at your house. And you want to have certain conversations that you have with people to be kept private and not, said to the public. So I understand both sides of that argument.
He probably go report it. Say, yeah, what you really know about that? I'm country rapping. I say, yeah, what you really know about that? I'm country rapping. I say, yeah, what you really know about that? I'm country rapping. I say, yeah, what you really know about that? I'm country rapping.
I mean, bro, no matter which side you stand on this, you have to admit that he had some good points in the song. And, you can't deny that coming from being a rapper, the last thing that you want to be associated with is being a snitch or being a child molester, so
yeah.
He the whole posting videos and stuff, I don't agree with. But, that's as far as I go into that.
Yeah.
If you want to roll Upchurch's diss song,
This is Upchurch's response.
Let's get into it.
Anybody want to do rapping? They all dissing me, why? Cause I'm the golden boy. These records too damn shiny, so go put your sunglasses on. This old motherfucker was rapping before I was born, and you still ain't beating nothing except skeleton of a dead horse. If I'm a bitch, I'm Snow White and done stomped out like 7 dwarfs. I got them blue jeans, baby, run the village like I'm Papa Smurf. Scary ass cracker, you scared to go first, cause it takes your ass 4 years to write a 12-bar verse. I give a 12-bar curse to rip to get the keys and...
Wait, so did he diss Adam first?
I honestly think that Adam had, you got the dates right there on YouTube. Look at the dates and see which one was dropped first.
Because he actually said it takes you 12 something to respond first.
He said you're scared to go first. It take you 4 years to write a 12-bar verse.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure which one started first. I think that Adam actually had dissed him first, but I could be wrong. You'd have to look at the dates to clarify.
While this is playing, I'll look at the dates.
All right.
Takes your ass 4 years to write a 12-bar verse. I give a 12-bar curse to rip to get the keys and start the 12-valve purse. I'm an alpha go and mega, now that ego hurts. And let me ask this first, why Adam the only superstar who never headlined in his own concert? His life shifted in reverse, that statement is a lasting verse. He said, I'm going to get the bag and went and picked him up a purse. Texting his boyfriend's on the telly, hardest line, you called me Tubby. So addicted to the phone, install a screen right on his stomach. industry under his shirt, he trying to hide it from the public. Now he doing propaganda cause my fan base is cultic. Too authentic to replicate it, got his Play-Doh trying to sculpt it. His vision's homo motives that involve me being Cupid, a culprit. I'd never waste an arrow, only big game I'm hunting. Not a made it crystal clear, the word to speak or carve a condom. Y'all shoot bullets, I throw thunder on the pulpit, preach from under. I stay grounded like the roots from a down south motherfucker march. Skip the Wi-Fi bill and send his ass down the hustler. Buy a ball game for his ass so he quit talking like a buster. I'm the Rain Man. On a cloudy day, he's still rocking them Ray-Bans. Can't even look himself in the mirror to believe the shit that his own brain says. I knew you wasn't a rapper the first time that I shook your tiny hand, cause you named your son one syllable away from the term gay man. I feel like Eminem and Nick Cannon still trying to find the K-dance. Tay man, gonna buy you a dictionary like Day Dad. I'm a five flame spitter. My range, mind rage, career in the right page, right way. In 10 minutes, you dug right.
I just looked at it. You're right. Adam did disc him first. The Adam one dropped January 7th, and this one dropped January 17th.
And that was, what year was that? 2024 or 25?
I think it was this year.
Okay, I'm just clarifying.
Too shallow to die. And I told y'all leave me alone, but y'all kept blowing up my phone. Now your obituary is typed on geniuslyrics.com. I ain't even listened to your I'm jealous of up church song. And that's proof you ain't improvising. I'm physically walking improv. My pen game is tougher than a nylon slip. Not only way you rock and roll is when I make you kick rock. You a case study for social media side effects. At this point, your heroin is cybernet. Don't recluse yourself inside a web, even more than a spider is. Hoser was right, you are even. Yo, ho ass be sleeping inside a cider mill. Thinking that you popping off, but I disassembled your pistol's firing pin. He looking down the barrel like, what the fuck's wrong with this shit? This motherfucker's got no common sense. Got a hot wife at home taking care of kids while they run around taking some Instagram pics with Jenny Lemons at an Airbnb he rented from some hipster chick that had a really cool garden fence. I'm just doing agriculture. It. Only thing you're good at is aggravating the culture, bitch. Yeah, you in the lane, but only when you on some vulture shit. You mad that I got mold spit, I mold the pen. You growing, mode hating, hopelessness. Only thing you kid gonna learn when old enough to comprehend is that was a Yankee doodle who barely even used the pen. I'm chilling in the rooster pen. I take this dude to lay it in. You ain't a used to be or has to been. You non-existently a used to been until I let you in. I'm evicting you and all your friends one by one. If I gotta slick, you used to swerving and back it up like that old girl twerking. Back it up like that old girl twerking. I'ma back it up like that old girl twerking. Who the fuck says that, bro? A guy that swings for the wrong team, that's for damn sure. Church. Talking to the motherfuckers. I wrote that when I was eating eggs, bitch. Wow.
Okay, I know a lot of people on the playbacks are going to get mad for what I'm about to say. I'm honestly more of an Upchurch fan than I am an Adam Calhoun fan.
I mean, there's no reason for them to get mad about that.
I mean, Adam Calhoun, I just feel like Upchurch did that diss better.
Well, in defense of Adam, I think that his disses got better as they went. I think the last diss that he did, which was, I think, Put Church in a Coffin.
You want to play a little bit of it?
You don't have to do that, bro. I'm just saying, like, just in all fairness, if we're going to judge disses, like, Church's diss had more comedic effect. And this is the thing is whenever it comes to Upchurch that nobody can deny is that he has a comedic way of doing things. Like he started a term with the whole doing, like, you know, I'm doing podcasting, doing thugganism, doing rapping, like, you know, and it was funny for a while, but then whenever you get all these Instagram posts day after a while, it got played out. And then what I hated to see was it came in between him and his close friends, like Ripta and Deerdorf, because you know, what I've seen from Ripta, he's a stand-up guy who was in Church's Corner and had nothing but positive things that he was trying to do for church. And at some point, this is my 100% view on Upchurch's situation, is that he had people that were in his inner circle that were on some bullshit, and I think the main culprit of that was his manager and videographer B Loose.
Yeah.
And I think that at a certain point, Upchurch became paranoid of his whole circle because of that, because of different shit like that. And he felt more comfortable kind of cutting most of the people off than he did moving forward. And unfortunately, you know, close friends like Ripta and Deerdorf were a part of that. And that's unfortunate. And, you know, the one part that I have to say in Church's defense was the alleged meeting between Deerdorf and Bunny at a parking garage. Like, what did they have to be meeting about at a parking garage, you know, with somebody that at the time Church has got an issue with? Like, that's just, you know, that's suspect activity for your best friend to be doing.
Like he said, they were plotting to kill him.
I don't know what they were plotting to do, but at the end of the day, I'm happy to see that at this point, Upchurch is back putting out music. He's moved houses. You know, if that's what it took for him to feel comfortable, then I'm all for that.
I
Adam is on
don't.
a tour right now that seems to be successful, and I hope to see the rest of the tour be successful. I just know that going forward, country rap can't have too many more of these major beefs go on for months and months
Yeah.
to even a year or more, because it bleeds into this community, which all of a sudden, will have different people going back and forth on podcasts, and it just leads, drama just leads to more drama on top of more drama. And at this point, it's doing nothing positive for the community.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. That I like what you just said. Yeah.
And, I would love to see Upchurch stand up and say, hey, let the past be the past. Let's move forward and let's lift this genre up. He doesn't have to agree with an Adam Calhoun or a Justin Time or be homies with them. He can just
Yeah.
say, hey, we're in the same genre. We can coexist, agree to disagree, and keep it moving forward without the drama. And I hate to see things like, you know, Justin out here selling T-shirts that say "Upchurch sucks." Like, to me, that's
Yeah.
pure. That's pure doing hating, and I don't like to see stuff like that. That it's being used as a way to gain monetarily from drama that's tearing down the genre at the end of the day.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard Upchurch was getting sued for the Kylie Rodney case.
Yes, he's in court for that.
Is that true? Do you know if that's true or what?
Yeah, he's actively in court for being sued by her family because he had said that she didn't exist, that she was a fake person, and he had asked for people to show him proof that she was real. And he had became a part of the online YouTube true crime community, and he just looked into it, and from what he saw, he didn't think she was a real person. He thought that a lot of things looked suspect, and he thought that it was some made up shit that they do sometimes. And he just gave his opinion on it. And unfortunately, there was a little girl that died, and her family was very upset about what he had to say about it, and they have sued him, and he is in court. And I have two viewpoints on that. I
Do
don't
you
think
know
that
if
it I don't think it was right for him to, say what he said, but at the end of the day, we have to protect the freedom of speech. And if he's not allowed to go on YouTube and say what he feels and is his true opinion, then freedom of speech is obviously under attack. If he's able to get sued for millions of dollars just for giving his opinion,
Yeah.
then you don't have the freedom to say whatever you want to say, because
Do you
you're going to be punished for that. And our government is in the midst of trying to outlaw what they call hate speech. And if they do that, whatever they deem as hate speech, they're going to be able to, legally maybe even lock you up, press charges against you, sue you for money, just like what's happening with him right now. So I think that
do
it
you believe
was.
do you
I
believe
believe.
he'll win it?
I pray that he does. I don't want to see him lose a lot of money. From what I understand, he's already lost a lot of money in lawyer fees, and then his lawyer has just backed out of the case. So all that money that he had spent on that lawyer seems to have, went to waste, because now he's going to have to hire another attorney, and he's in federal court. And in federal court, you don't want to go in there and represent yourself. You want to have a high-powered attorney that is defending you, and that costs a lot of money. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars just in legal fees.
How long do you think this case will go for?
I mean, from what I understand, it's been going on a while already, and I'm not sure how long it will continue. I don't have all the facts of that case, but I pray that he's able to come to some kind of settlement to where the family feels like they get their justice, and he's able to also move forward and not feel like he lost too much, in the battle with the court system.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if we have freedom of speech, I should be able to come on here and say, John from down the road is a faggot, and I don't think that he even exists because I've never even seen John in person. And John shouldn't be able to take me to court and sue me for anything.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech, I should be allowed to say that. But what they're going to do is they're going to deem that as hate speech because I called John a faggot. And then if John's family is upset because he passed away, then they can take me to court and sue me because I said that he didn't exist. Well, that at the end of the day, those were just my opinions. So when you get down to things being this serious and going to federal court, you're saying that someone's opinion is enough for them to be sued for millions of dollars and for them to possibly be in a bad situation. What if I got sued for something like that? I don't have the money to defend myself, and I could be financially ruined for the rest of my life based on an opinion. That's why with my situation, JC, there's YouTube channels right now with posts about me. There's TikToks with posts about me. There's Facebook posts about me that I could go right now and legally have a claim against these people. But I don't think that that's the right way to go about things. Like, if people want to have their opinion about me, that's fine. Let them have their opinion about me. Posting private pictures, now that's a whole different conversation. That shouldn't be allowed, but I don't believe in involving the cops and things, so I've left that stuff alone. But unfortunately, I feel like Upchurch had the wrong people gassing him up in this situation.
Yeah.
Instead of having friends around to be like, hey bro, like, I think you're going too far, like, I respect your opinion, but I think maybe we should get back to the music and leave this true crime stuff alone.
Yeah.
But he had people that, were jumping on these live panels with him and going along with what he was saying and promoting it. And, whenever you've got a channel that is as big as his and you've got 3 million subscribers, that's going to catch a lot of heat whenever people are upset about what you're having to say.
I just told the chat the panel is open for anybody that wants to give their opinion.
Yeah, anybody that wants to give their opinion, jump in here, man. by all means, if you want to debate something that we've said, if you've got a different opinion, I'm open to it. I
We're
feel
not
like
gonna we're not gonna judge you for your opinion.
while we're waiting on that, JC, let's speak on the war tour. Do we have um
No, yeah,
the
hold
war
on.
tour is in progress right now. You've got Adam Calhoun, Hard Target, Simple Man, Dusty Lee are on the road right now. And by all means, those are four dope artists. I would encourage you to go out and check these guys out live and enjoy the war tour. It looks like they had a great time last night.
Hold on just a minute.
I'm not sure what city they were in last night, but that theater was packed.
Let's see. Today, what's today's date?
Today is the 25th.
They're in Warrensdale, PA tonight.
Warrensdale, Pennsylvania tonight. Where they at this weekend?
This weekend, September 27th, Reading, Pennsylvania, and Virginia Beach.
Okay, okay. Hey, Virginia Beach, I'm sure that's gonna be a dope concert. And for all you people out there from Pennsylvania and surrounding states, go out and support the war tour. I encourage you to support these artists, and artists depend on stuff like this. When they're out here doing these shows, they depend on being able to make money from shows, being able to sell merch at these shows. That's part of artists' livelihood, and that's helps artists be able to keep moving forward and be able to afford to get in the studio to buy beats and to really be able to push this music out there to people. People are quick to forget that as an artist, if I'm doing a project, I've got to pay for the beat. If I don't have my own studio, I've got to pay for studio time. If I
Yeah.
want to put out a music video to really present my music in the right fashion, I've got to pay a videographer to video and edit it. Like, there's a lot that goes into this stuff. And, by all means, if there's artists out there that you enjoy their music, don't just listen to it for free. Go buy merch. Stuff like that, at the end of the day, helps artists continue to be able to push forward with this music.
Well, I don't guess we got anybody that wants to speak their opinion.
I mean, that's all good, brother. Hell, I can do enough speaking for everybody. But also, since we don't have anybody jumping on the panel, tomorrow we're off, but Saturday at 11 a.m., we're going to have a special episode.
With a special
Tomorrow,
guest.
yeah, we're going to have special guests, and we
I'm not
welcome.
going to name that guest yet because I don't know who's actually coming up yet.
Well, throughout the reaction, I welcome people to pop up for, a song or two and give their input. That would be dope. Tomorrow, Black Denim drops tonight at midnight. You've got Upchurch, Hosier, produced by Kalani on the beat, who is one hell of a producer from what I understand. He produced and engineered this whole album. So it's gonna be on point. And then you've got the only featured artist is Just Trey. And he's a dope artist. So I'm interested to see how the album turned out. I know the single that they had posted already, I enjoyed it. But yeah, midnight tonight, check out Black Denim. Go add it to your playlist. And 11 a.m. on Saturday, tune in because
We're
I'm
going to have
gonna
a
be
special
highly
episode.
I'm gonna be highly critical because you're dealing with the highest level of country rap, and you know I'm gonna give my 110% honest opinion on every single song. And I'm not saying that to say I have anything bad to say about it. I'm guessing that I'm gonna have good things to say about it, but seeing as how, it's the top notch level of country rap, I'm definitely going to be critical of anything I think that isn't at the highest level.
Yeah, well, I guess that's it.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all that have tuned in. I see that we've had some people watching throughout the episode, even though we haven't had a lot of comments, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. I see a lot of comments that I missed. Mo, what's up? I see you, Mo. If you still in here, Demon and
Bunky
Dusty.
Cole was in here in just a minute ago. There's Triple T.
Triple T. We see you out there, but y'all have a good night and check us out 11 a.m. Saturday for the Black Denim review. Much love.
Yeah, love y'all.
Thank you for tuning in to the Facts No Fences podcast. Until next time, we hope you and your family are blessed, and we hope to see country rap continue to rise.